What's up, Lo? How you doing, man?
What's up, fellas? I love you boys.
I love you too.
All right. Hey, let's
love y'all. Here we go.
Yeah, before we jump into football, a video came out of Draymond Green at practice with the Warriors punching Jordan Poole. Here's where I'm going to start. Was that a cheap shot?
You know what? It's horrible. Let's just before we even go there.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys and everyone that says, "Hey, look, this is horrible. This is something that should never happen. This is an action that you look at and you're like, come on, Draymond, you're our leader. That's not what leaders do. I don't care what someone does. You don't put your hands on another man. I get all that, and I know everything surrounding it. So I'm going to first set the precedent by saying what happened is inexcusable. It's wrong. You don't do that on football, basketball, wrestling. It doesn't matter. Any sports, any walk of life. That's not the best way to handle something. So we all agree there. But when you talk about cheap shot, you can call it a cheap shot. You can say not a cheap shot. You can say, God, he got him. It was hit him flush on the jaw. But when you look at everything surrounding it, we just don't know what happened. I think that the worst thing that happened is the video came out. Because now we can all speculate. Now we all can look at it and say, oh, man, look at that. If someone would have said, hey, they got an altercation at it, you and Goo would have been like, man, I wonder what happened. Man, okay, they'll get over it. This stuff happens. And now, boom, 2 or 3 days later, it's over. And then guys move on. And you guys are like, oh, it's no big deal. But now since it's out there, now you got pride. Now you got emotions. Now you got friends. Now you got family. And guys, here's the same thing you guys are doing now by saying, "Oh, this guy is horrible." And 3-4 weeks from now, you guys will be having a beer joking about it. Same people that are laughing are saying, "Oh, how bad it is and horrible it is." Though the same people say, "Oh, don't make me Draymond you." You'll hear the jokes. I guarantee it, guys. You'll see memes. You're gonna start seeing all this stuff on the court. Poole's gonna be in situations where he's playing basketball. And he's going to say something like, yeah, you can keep your mouth shut for what Draymond did you. And they're going to try to get underneath your skin because it's out of the cat's out of the bag.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go.
No, I was just saying all great points. I thought you were done, Lo. My question to the listeners and Steiny has been, and you tell us, man, like you said, this is something, it's sickening to me. And with all my flaws, I know what the rules are to be a good teammate. A regular job, not in the NFL, not in the NBA. My question to you is, if Steph Curry or Andre is the quote-unquote leader of this team, is this so nasty that even the leaders, is it above them? Is it just Jordan who has to say to the organization and Dre, I forgive him, I can see him every day? Or, Lo, is this so enormous that Curry, whoever the leader is, if it ain't Jordan, it doesn't supersede what he's going to think?
I'm with you guys. So I think that it could be a situation where Jordan Poole says, I won't play here again if Draymond's here. So I don't care how much money you guys give me. I want either he's gone or I'm out. That can happen. It can be a situation where they say, hey, trade him or whatever, and they can do that stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee it. Andre Iguodala, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, they don't want Draymond gone. Guaranteed there's a lot of guys, I just been in locker rooms, guys that say, you see what happened when you keep talking? See, sometimes you can be, and I know you guys played Guru and Steiny, both you guys played pickup games. I know the listeners can say, oh, no. Be honest. There's been times where you've gotten heated on the court in a pickup game where you like, it's about to go down. And Steiny, if you say not, you're lying. Guru, if you say you haven't been in a heated situation it almost came to fisticuffs or someone had to step in, you're lying. Because I played basketball, I played football, I did wrestling, I did every single sport. And if you're playing at a high level, I'm telling you, things and temper flies. I've seen guys get knocked out on practice fields. I've seen guys get knocked out in games. I've seen guys turn over tables in locker rooms. I've seen guys fight in lunch halls. I've seen high school guys fight in lunch halls. I've seen high school guys fight in football. I've been involved in a brawl in football, in high school. And guys, I'm the wrong one to talk about it because I was in, it wasn't a football necessarily thing, because Dre and him could have been having words that, hey, man, just do your job. Man, Draymond, shut up. I'm tired of you. Man, it's only one Steph Curry, man. Pass the ball. Let's get our offense. Pass the ball around and let's get our set up the thing. Man, shut up. Man, it's only, and Draymond probably came back. Man, it's only one Steph. You ain't nothing, whatever.
Yep.
Man, just shut up. So he said, what'd you say? You heard what I said. Shut up. So then if he walks up, and then Draymond said, let me come here. You go. So he walks up on him, and then he pushes him. What you gonna do? Y'all say because he punched, so you put? Oh, I supposed to just push you back? That's not being grown. Come on, man, y'all playing too much. Guru, let me tell you something. If a dude push you in that situation, Drew, you from this hood, you ain't gonna wait for to push him back and say I'm evening up. Guru, you throwing? I know you, bruh. And Steiny, don't act like y'all ain't throwing, man, if somebody push you. Come on, man. Y'all gonna, walk away? Oh, okay. I'm take it like that?
Well, when Draymond walked over and put his head on his chest, that's aggressive move number one. That starts it. Yeah. And but Draymond also saying, I'm looking to pick a fight right here. Jordan Poole, to me, just did what anybody would have done, which is just, come on, man, get off. Like,
he's at practice.
Just like, come on, get off me. And I think.
I agree.
Like, I just don't think it was a fight. I think there needed to be another second there where Draymond goes, oh, really? You want to do this? You want to do that? Like, instead, he just fired on.
It was cold, Lo. Yeah,
it is. But I'm just, I understand. I'm talking about practice, man. Practice. Bruh. Go pull up the video with my boy play with me in Cincinnati receiver, in the Westbrook, and then he went to Washington Redskins and he fought the running back, got on top of him and walking. Come on, y'all seen that,
Brian Westbrook?
Like y'all ain't seen this, bro.
He beat him down.
Thank you, Guru. You remember Guru? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but there's
I know it ain't right, Guru.
It takes two to tango. Right. This just feels like it was one.
It's not right. I'm not condoning it.
Okay, I hear you though.
And you guys are absolutely right. There could be a lot, but since the video came out, there could be a lot to deal with. I totally understand it. Sometimes, guys, it's a different world, it's a different aura, and I can tell you right now, I was in an altercation and it had nothing to do with football, but dude didn't do what needed to do. He said, "Let's do it." I said, "Do it." He said, "Let's go outside and talk about it." I said, "Let's go outside." He said, "Forget that, bring it right here." And guess what? He was asleep.
Night.
You tell me to bring it right. He was asleep.
What?
And here's the thing. I had a coach.
Rookie.
Yeah.
I had a coach. I had a coach say, "Hey man, I know that dude's or whatever, can be a butt, but man, you can't do that. Man, there's a lot of guys want to do it." Guys came up to me, some guys, different guys on the team, said, "Man, that dude was it. Man, I wanted to do it." I'm just saying, it doesn't make it right, guys. And the thing about it, you feel horrible because you never should do that. And it was alcohol involved in mine, so it's different, but it still was wrong. But Draymond, you got to realize, everywhere he goes, everywhere people look at him different, everywhere pools go. But listen, I'm telling you, Steph Curry and them, you don't hear Steph and them. You're trying to listen to see if Steph said, man, what does Steph say? I want Draymond to still be our leader. He can't do that. But, man, I want Draymond to get back to be who he is, and that's a leader, and be emotional. We need that. We can't have him lose that. Man, I know what Steph's saying. I know what they saying, bruh. That's that. If you get your Steph to come out, because Steph could flat out say, but he didn't acknowledge it. He know it wasn't right. But y'all listen to Steph's comment.
They defended Poole. Kerr did, and all those erroneous reports, Lo. So to me, it's like they're Team Poole.
Yeah, they are. You should, because you should. No, Guru, they are. You should be. So, Guru, I think I don't want you and Steiny to think I'm saying I condone this. You guys are absolutely right. You should be Team Poole. Right. The kid's got parents. He's got moms. He's got family. People are disappointed. He got boys probably wanting to come ride on Draymond.
Yeah.
They see it. No, I get that part of it. But it is what it is, guys. It's ugly situation. I think this too shall pass. It's unfortunate. The first thing I'd do is fire the guy with the video who made it who let it leak out, because if it's in-house,
but Lo,
guys can talk about
it. Ugly, and even Dre said that Saturday, and I thought that was like, even if you think that, Dre, you can't, in the Warriors, you can't kind of say that, because it doesn't supersede your act. And
what did he say? I'm sorry.
Saying he was mad that the video got out. But that don't supersede what you did to your teammate.
Agreed. It doesn't make so. Goo, you're absolutely right. It doesn't. But when the video gets out, guys, it gives more ammunition, more people. Because this would have been a dead story.
No problem.
Yeah. But the video now amplified because now you got to see how he stepped into him when he pushed him. He said, "Okay, this is it." And it's a reaction. After
let
that,
me give you this because the text lines. I was.
Let me hear it. Give me the text. They can bring it to me. Let me hear it.
The fact that the NHL and the NFL, fighting is a part of the culture. I mean, you're doing that during the game. The fact that, like Steiny said, this was the NBA. Jordan's thinking, I'm with my brother, my teammate. This don't happen all the time, Lo. Doesn't that make it different?
It does, Guru. You're right, Guru. But I'm telling you, this is what y'all got to see it. Y'all got to see. It's like when you eat hot dogs, right? You don't want to see how they're made. It's all the mess. Hot dogs are all the ground up beef. They just mix it all together. It's a mess. You don't want to see how it's made. But we eat it. So this is some of the things that go behind the scene. Guys, it happens. Do you think this is the only basketball team that got in a fight? You don't think guys brought guns to practice, man? The basketball brothers brought guns to practice. I mean, shoot, there's been fights in basketball where, where coaches getting choked out and players fighting, and and they still getting paid, and they suspend them. Go and Steiny, this is not the only thing, and it's great to talk about.
But I haven't seen anything like this, Lo, Steiny. The world. It's the #1 story, and I'm not happy it is, Lo. We never see it. That man clocked him. He's got to live with that, like you said. Let me ask you this. You tell me, myself and the listeners, could you, if you were Jordan Poole, come back and play? Forget Draymond. His reputation in this sick world we're in, Lo, is like, oh, that's a bad dude. He's got a one-hitter quitter. Okay, that's being said, but could you be his teammate and come back to practice and travel with that man?
I think it's the opposite.
Lo.
I think it's the opposite. I think the soft gentrification that how everyone wants to be, oh my God, and we say these things and it's like, oh yeah, but yet and still we can, determine what's life. What's life? We can go down this rabbit hole and we can look at it and who's fighting for life? You see what I'm saying? So there's some other dark things that we accept. My body, my right. But then, think about all the different things that go around that. We can go start talking political. People can say all these political people can go all this stuff, and we can go bomb and kill and do all these different things in the name of freedom. Come on, guys. We can't have it both ways. We can do this to, in full term, all these different things and say, oh, it's just my choice. Come on. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. But all those people are saying, oh, it's like, man, it's so loud and it becomes such hate and so hate on Draymond and such all these things. And it's wrong. And guys, this is a horrible act.
Yeah.
It's a horrible act. Steiny and Guru, you guys are absolutely right. I think the difference is between me and Poole, I'm looking for Draymond. I can still play with him.
Wow.
But I'm gonna say, hey, brother, we're gonna figure this thing out.
Right.
But you'd be 10 years younger than the guy you got into it with. So you know what I mean? You're just coming into the league and you're going up against the big boy kind of in terms of reputation.
I had Sam Mills, guys. I had Ricky, bro. I had Ricky Jackson. Why don't y'all go look up who Von Miller is? Go look up who Swap. Go look up Von Miller. Go look up City Champ. Ricky Jackson. Bring a knife. It would cut you, guys. Go look up Pig Golf. Go look Warren, big Frank Gathers and Warren. All these dudes, man. Frank Warren, bro. I came in when dude said, man, get out of the room. I brought them beer and pizza, and they ended up shooting dice and whatever. And I sit and I try to watch and hang out with the older guys. And he said, "Get out of here, Rook." And I stood. I said, "Man, I'm cool. I'm a watching." I'm probably like, "No, I'm a wrestler. It ain't like I could necessarily one of them go whoop me." But he said, "Hey, Dad," I said, "No, I'm sitting watching." You know what he told me, Goo? He stood upside. He said, "Man, I told you to get out of here, Rook." And everybody in the room, man, you know what I did? I walked my butt out of there, bro.
Right.
You got to know when to eat crow, bro. Yeah. And sometimes young cats, man, think it's all about, man, I was young. And yeah, I probably but it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. Sometimes you got to know when to bow down and know when. I've been in situations where, dude, I was a young guy and older guys, man, take my pads or whatever. And I didn't want to and do stuff to me that was rude. But I did it. I knew how to shut up because, hey, dudes was talking, man. Hey, Rook, just shut up, man. We talking. This grown folk. And I had to answer, and they knew they was talking about it. I was like, man, I'm going to do what they say. Because sometimes you got to go with the flow. And guys, here's the thing. You're right. It's wrong. Poole's going to have some tough decisions. I think that they can get over it. I think that Steve Kerr's a mastermind in getting these guys together. And here's the, I think he can forgive him. I don't think he'll forget. I think you'll see him share the ball, pass the ball, do certain things. And I think that, I'm telling you, I think the guys get over certain things. I don't think that he forgets. I don't think that they go to Bible stuff together. But, man, you go to counseling. There's things that you can do that you can get past this and put your pride. And that's what Poole and Draymond both got to put their pride in the team. And this can make them stronger. But it depends on how these guys are going to come together and say, are we going to let this define us? And now, because everyone else is saying, you're supposed to hate him. You don't supposed to be here. You're supposed to leave and go to another team. You should just do this. You should all that. Everyone has those things, but they ain't walking in it.
Wow.
All right, Lo. Yeah. Appreciate it as always on a Monday. People can listen to you at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7,
I'll be
football
tuned in.
hour. Sean Salisbury.
Right. Cheers, guys.
All right, man.